Each and every week we have hundreds of people contact us to evaluate antiques from all over the southeastern United States. We take the best of those items and we bring it here to the auction gallery for your viewing. We take the best of the best and put them in the extravaganza, the auctions, and the rest of the stuff we just get rid of on the Monday nights. This is Auction78. But there's a few terms that you need to be aware of each and every time you go to auctions throughout all of America. The first term is called a buyer's premium. And what a buyer's premium is that it's a fee charged to the end of a sale to allow the auctioneer an extra expense to cover some overhead that he might have. The further north you go, the higher the buyer's premium gets. Here in the Atlanta area, we charge 13% buyer's premium, and you get a 3% discount if you use cash or check. Now, what that means is if you pay $100 for this bell, when you check out, your fee will be approximately $110 to $113, depending on how you pay for it. And of course, it's plus tax. The government always has to get his share. And then second of all, the next term is called choice. Now, right here we've got actually two pairs of iron urns, and these are going to be sold at choice. In other words, if you only want one or if you want two. So if you want one and the hammer price, let's say, is $50, then you can only take one item. But if you wanted both and you said, I'll take two, then the price will be $50 times two, so therefore times the money. So make sure you know what you're hearing as you go to auctions. What the buyer's premium, choice, and times the money. Choice means if I've got maybe 10 to 15 items or 2 or 3 items similar, but they're not exact, and I hold them all up in the air. And you only want one of the items, so therefore you could take choice. So choice is another term that auctioneers use a lot. If you want 2 of the items, you could take 2 of the items. But if you do 2, then it's 2 times the hammer price, therefore choice. And the other final term is called one lot. And that's what 99% of the items sell for, and that is you buying everything held in the air or everything described in the lot. So you're buying one money or one lot. So there you go. Now you have terms. All right, are you ready? Let's go find out today what we have at the auction. 1920s, 30s, and 40s, radio cabinets were the rave. Of course, there was hardly any TV, so everybody had radios. And sitting on the front porches and listening to the radios and the stories. This right here is the 1920s early radio cabinet. Now, every now and then we find a radio cabinet that's exquisite. This is one of those. The carvings on it is amazing, but when you open up the insides, it's incredible what the restorer has done. The doors are all scissored hinged and they open up. They're all carvings. They've converted the drop down openings to drawers, and it's got the needle point over where the speaker was. This is actually used now as a wine rack, a wine cabinet, a bookshelf. Just leave it open like that is absolutely beautiful. I've had radio cabinets before, not restored like this. This is actually going to be one of the featured pieces tonight. Estimated value on this piece is between $300 to $500. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you remember the days of sitting by the radio and the fireplace and away from your cell phones. So there you go. So the question I have for you is, what do you think it's worth at the auction? Let's go find out. Radio cabinet, usually radio cabinets aren't this pretty, and she paid somebody to convert it. It's got a needle point in it. It's got drawers in it. Absolutely beautiful. She had this in the store, and I think it was $1,200 the price she had on it. Immaculate. You're buying it. Super cool. Turn it into a wine cabinet, whatever you want. So here, open it up, spin around. Show them the whole back. Spin the whole cabinet. Yep.
Oh man.
Let's go.
Woo, 500. Who get 500? Who get 500? Who get 500? Who get 500? Who get 3?
How much?
Who get 3? Tell me. How much? 2. Let's roll. How about 2? 2, 3. How about 200 now? 300. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4. How about 3 now? 4, 4, 4, 4, pretty, pretty. 3 now. 3 and a half. 3 now. 3 and a half. 3 and a half.
Where are you over here?
3 now. 3 and a half. 3 and a quarter. 3 quarter. 350.
Pick it up, you carry it. Keep sliding across up there.
350, one back in, 350. 3 and a quarter.
Yeah.
350, 350, 350. Wait a minute.
Yeah, man. I'm right here.
90.
I'm right here.
At 350.
No.
No, 325.
Oh, really? I thought I heard. I got confused. I had him at 3, 3 and a quarter, you 3 and a half, Now 375. That's where I was. That's why I got screwed. 350, 375. Go back in at 375. 375. Last call. You're at 350 and you're in. Now 375.
Yes or no? Don't lose for that.
375. So 350 right there. 804. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey, our next item up is a very unique, unusual sideboard, humpboard. This is actually a European piece. This piece is probably 1885 to 1895. The carvings on it is absolutely amazing. What you find out about these items is the uniqueness and the carvings on all four sides, every drawer, all the bottoms. It's all in immaculate condition. This is actually a server. You actually pull it out and you could serve on it. So you can imagine a dining room. Imagine a dining room that had the original matching china cabinet, table and chairs, and all of the above. This was actually used in an incredible mansion or plantation house. But pull out, you can serve on it. The drawers open up. They're all dovetailed down the entire side. Oak is a secondary wood on it. This piece here is highly sought after. 10 to 20 years ago when our antiques were hot, this would have been an easy $5,000 piece. Today, estimated value on it is between $750 to $1,250. The question I have for you is, what do you think an 1890 early humpboard sideboard in immaculate condition is worth? This came out of an estate right over here, about 2 miles from our shop. But let's go find out at the auction what it's worth to you. A carved sideboard, probably the nicest carved sideboard we've had in the years. It's French, probably 1890s to 1910s, all bevel glass. We're going to show you the size of it. Spinning around, probably about a $4,000 piece. It really is like a carved European humpboard. Tell them go. Got the original key.
Alright, give me 1,000 to go. Have a good 1,000. We're going to get 500 where? We're going to get 500.
Good start there.
2, set me in.
Yep.
Good, 2, now 3. 2, now 3. I'm over here at the lady at 3, now 4, and 4, and now 5, and now 5, and now 5, 600, 450, 500, 550, now 600, 600, 600, 550, 600, 550, 600, 575, one time, help you, 575, 550, now 575, 575, 575, 575, I'm going to get 575. And now 600, 600, we can say it, we can say it, we can say it, we can here, 600, 600, so right there, 575.
In the Roseville line, there was actually Roseville, Weller, Hull, all that had beautiful matte finishes from the 1910s to 1940s, all in that window. This right here is an early pair of Roseville bookends. Now, as with any pottery, you always want to make sure the condition is perfect. Anytime you actually have a chip, or there's a chip on a piece, you actually lose probably 75 to 90% of the value on it. So a piece that's worth $100, with a chip, it's now worth 10 to 15, maybe 20 bucks. So you can get it professionally repaired, but it's still a professionally repaired piece of pottery. This right here is an early pair of Roseville bookends. The condition is perfect and flawless. There's not a piece of damage on it. Estimated value on these is between $60 to $100 for the set. The question I have for you is, what are you willing to pay for it at the auction? Let's go find out. You got Roseville in perfect condition. Bookends, Roseville bookends.
Alright, here we go, 50, everybody got 50, 25, 35. 35, we're going to get 35, now 45, 45, 45, 5, we're going to get 45, 45, 45, 40, we're going to get 40, now 5, 5, we're going to get 45, 5, we're going to get 45, we're going to get 40, now 5, 40, now 5, 50, 50, 45, now $50, and 40, good, 45, now 50, and now it's time, 55, and now 60, sir, and 60, and now 65 over here, and we're going to 65, 65, we're going to get 65, now 65, now sir, and we're going to 65, now 70, and 90. So, there's $65 to $562.
One of our feature pieces tonight is a Bradley and Hubbard candlestick lamp. And they actually, Bradley and Hubbard went into business in 1852. And in the 1930s, they started to dissolve and they were purchased out by another company in the late 30s, early 40s. Today, they were also part of, known as some of the Rayo company, was part of the Bradley and Hubbard division. But this lamp here is actually marked in two different places. Now, whenever you carry a nice Bradley and Hubbard lamp, you always want to be careful and listen off. The globes always come off separate, along with the globes. Now, these were original oil, but in the 1920s and 30s and 40s, everybody started converting them so that we could use them today in our modern houses. This lamp right here is actually marked on the oil fill, B&H, and then on the bottom also, you can actually flip it over, and it's marked B&H right here. And it's marked model 1429. Now that's not the year, but that's the model, that's the basically part number for the base. Bradley and Hubbard is extremely collectible, and this is a super example of early Victorian style lighting, oil lamp lighting from the mid-1800s and the late 1800s, right in that window. A lamp like this is estimated to sell between $250 to $500. I've actually seen examples of these lamps sell well over $1,000. But this one here, I said, is going to estimate between $250, right around there. So the question I have for you is, a Bradley and Hubbard Victorian 1870, 1880 lamp that's been electrified professionally, what's it worth to you? I don't know. Let's go find out at the auction. All right, the next lot number here, I know I got it right there. Number 418, 418. Guys, step down right there. This is that Bradley and Hubbard, early candlestick lamp. It has been electrified. It's marked on the oil insert and it's marked on the bottom. B&H for Bradley and Hubbard. Super nice, guys. Lift your eyes up. Sell and go.
Alright, you made 200. Everybody get 2, everybody get 2, give me $100 short. Everybody get 100.
Bradley and Hubbard.
50 grand. 50, 75, 55, now 100, 100 quarter, 100 and a half, 100 and a half, in front of you, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half, sir. I'm at 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half, everybody 100 and a half, now 175, sir. 175, 2, 175, take it, 185, we'll go that way. Take up with on, 175, 185, 175, 185, 185, 185, 175, 185, 185, and now 195, sir. 195, 185, 195, 195, let's go. 195 and right there, he's in. 185 and he bought it, 25.
Say it online.
All right, guys.
So I need to get...
What did y'all buy today?
Bought a featherweight sewing machine, some Roseville bookends, a nice little
music
attaché.
Okay.
and an antique pistol.
Very cool. Very cool.
We'll use the attaché at home as a little cabinet, and the others are going to be gifts for Christmas for my son, and I now have enough featherweights to make a gift for each of my granddaughters.
Our next item up for auction today is a William and Mary 1920s curved china cabinet. Now these are actually sought after because of all the carvings. They're actually petite in size, and they're raised up on legs, and they got a nice shelf on the bottom, and they got drawers. This is actually really sought after for houses that have smaller corridors or smaller hallways. This would actually also be used in a bedroom, maybe to display dolls in or whatever you want to put into it. But it would be a perfect display of dolls. The time period on this one particular piece is probably 1920s, the William and Mary period, right around there. It's in perfect condition. It's got the original pulls. It's got dovetailed drawers. It's got the original locks and the keys, and it opens up, and it's got triple shelves in it. The inside has been painted to highlight whatever you have on display. This piece is estimated to sell for between $300 to $500. But at the auction, you never know what's going to happen. So let's go find out what this piece is worth to you at home. 508, lift your eyes up, guys. This is an original 1920 William and Mary, super nice china cabinet. I don't have the key right here, but I will get you a key with it. So it's all there, all original. About a $700 china cabinet. Slant sides in, lift it up, hold it up, and shove it back. Superb piece, sell and go.
All right, you tell me, give me 200. That would get you to, oh my
Should start there and go. Let's go.
That's where it should start. 200, I didn't see the front. 200, 200, but it gets you 100, now half. 150, 150, 150, 2, down, 2 down, 2 down, now 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 now, 3 down, 3 down, now 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 350 now 4, 350 now 4, 4, 350 now 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and total right there, 350 away, number 9, 2, 2, great piece.
And this right here, what we got up is a 4-gallon New Brighton, Pennsylvania CROCK. These are actually sought after. Anything with the blue embossing on the front. This is an original, probably 1890s to about 1910s period, right in that window. This is actually in perfect condition with absolutely no damage on it. The stoneware crock pottery and the stoneware crocks are highly sought after, especially in really nice condition. Estimated value on this crock is between $125 to $300. I've seen crocks that are earlier stoneware go well over $1,000. Some of them go less. This is a beautiful example of stoneware pottery company by ES&B. It's 4-gallon. And the question I have for you is, what do you think it's worth? Let's go find out today, live at the auction. You got an ES&B, New Brighton, Pennsylvania, super nice color, stoneware crock jug right here. Check it out, there it is. All clean, perfect condition, no damage.
Well, give me 100 and a half or 1 half, 1 half, 1 half, 1 half. Give me $100 bill. Let's go. 100, 150.
Let's
now
get it.
50 now 75.
Yep.
75 now 100. 75 now 100.
About a $300 jug. Nice, perfect condition.
75 now 85. 75 now 85, 85, 85, 80 now 85. 80 now 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85,
Yep.
85 now 90. 85 now 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 85 now 90.
Nice, nice jug.
85 now 90. 85, your way.
Number 951, number 951. Hey, our next item up for bid today is actually a Victorian oak high chair. Now, if you could think about in the 1800s, sitting down at the table in a house that had no power, no electricity, no running water, and this is what your child sat in. This right here is probably an 1870 to 1890 version of a folding Victorian high chair. Now, can you imagine feeding your child? After you got done feeding him, you actually, there's a handle here in the back. You just lift right up on the handle, and it just comes right out. You gotta turn around and look what I'm doing. And it goes up, it goes down, and it rocks, and then your child can convert right into the rocking chair. So they don't never even have to leave the table. This is actually a great example of how people engineered high chairs to what they need them for. Made them multi-purpose, multi-use. So whenever you got done rocking them, just lift it right up, turns back into the high chair. Great example. They're nice, highly sought after, they're unique, they're hard to come by, especially in functioning condition. A lot of times the gears are damaged in them. But this piece here, estimated sale between $125 to $200. The question I have for you is, what's an 1890 high chair worth to you that converts into a rocker? Let's go find out at the auction. Bike number 453, 453, guys, check this out. Hey, let him through right here. 4543. He's gonna need help here. Guys, super nice Victorian oak folding. Check this out. Converts into a.
Watch out, stop.
It won't fit under there. Gotta go to the back. Won't go to the garage door
Good
either.
save, Betty, good save.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, here we go, 100, 100, we go, 1 mile, we go, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 25 on the portable. Then we go 25,
Yep.
35, 35, now
Yep.
45, 45, 45, now 55, 55, 55, now 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, now 65. So, $55 away, number.
Okay, we have a lot of Victorian furniture coming to our auction gallery because here in the South, Victorian was very popular. This right here was actually a Victorian table, octagon base and octagon top. It's made out of rosewood. It's got rosewood finish on it and a beautiful rosewood decorative top on it. But here's what's cool. You lift it up and it's your Victorian pin cushion. A lot of ladies would actually put their pins in here, their jewelry in here. I've seen it used as jewelry boxes, just pin cushions, whatever they want to put in here. But Everything on it is perfect condition. It's a nice pencil inlay around the whole thing, and it's all original. This right here is probably from the 1870s, 1890s, 1880s window. I've seen these sell between $100 all the way to $300. So the question I have for you is, what do you think it's worth at the auction? Let's go find out. This is actually a Victorian. Guys, look at the top. World wallet. This is a Victorian sewing box. Number 810. Number 810. 810 has got the original octagon base on it. Super nice. Lift your eyes up, guys. Victorian sewing box. Put it all the way around.
I'm at 100 now, 1 and 2. I'm at 100. Here we go, 150, 150, 150, 150, I'm at 150. I'm at 100, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a quarter. Every 125, 150, sir. 150, down to 175. 150 to the lady, now 175. 175.
Guys, neat piece.
175, now 2. 52, one more time. 175 and 2. We're going to find the later. That'll be 200. 175 and 2, 52, last call. So 175, 215, 215, 175.
Hey, our next item we're going to be selling tonight is an oak pew. Now, I cannot tell you over the past 28 years how many pews we've had come through our auctions. They usually come in 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, as high as 16 foot long. We've actually gone to a couple churches and actually emptied out the old churches. Now, what a lot of people are doing is they're taking those pews and cutting them down to the sizes that you, the customer, want. Now, the most popular size, of course, is 4 foot and 6 foot. This right here is an original 1910, 1920 oak church pew. Now, a couple factors on them. The more carvings on the side, the better off you are. And you got to check in the back and see if the original hymnal holders are there, and that adds value to it too. But this is actually a 1910, 1920s oak pew in fantastic condition. The question I have for you is, what do you think it's worth? Let's go find out at the auction. Guys, 641, 641. Guys, the super cool oak church pew, nice carvings. There's the back. All right, all the way around. 1950.
$100 square. Who $100, 50, 75. 75.
Where you at?
I'm here. 100 quarter. 100 quarter. 100 quarter. 100 half. 100 half. 150, 150, 150, 125. 175. And then 175. Then 200 where? 175 2. 175 2. 2 and a quarter, sir. 2 and a quarter. Right side. 225. 200 now. 2 and a quarter. 225. $200 away.
So what do you like best about Braxton's auction?
Opens with prayer, family warranted, and he backs everything that's sold.
Hey, over the past few years, we've had some incredible bistro sets, and this is actually a super nice 3-piece Coca-Cola set. Now, the gentleman that consigned this says that it came out of a shop that he actually used to, an ice cream shop that he used to own, and it was actually an original from Coca-Cola given to them for their marketing purposes. Now, many sets like this are actually hard to come by. It's got the original backhead splash on it, original seat covers, the chairs are made of iron, the bases are made of iron, and the tabletop is all original Coca-Cola copyrighted. A nice set like this would make an incredible impression and a great addition to any man cave or game room that you might have at your house, even a back porch out by the pool. I sure would like to have me a nice root beer float right about now, and that would make this even better. So the question I have for you is a super nice Coca-Cola 3-piece bistro set. What do you think it's worth? Let's go find out at the auction. Nice Coca-Cola 3-piece bistro set. So guys, about a $300 set. Yeah.
125, now 150, I'm 175, and 200, sir. 200. I'm 175 in the cafe. 200. 200.
Yeah.
2 and 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter. 2 and a half. 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 2 and a quarter. 235. 245, sir. 245. 245. 235. 245. 245. Last one. So 235.
guys, our next item up for auction is a pair of incredible figures. These are dated from 1825 to 1855, and the way we know that is these are actually signed Cornelius and Baker. Now, Cornelius and Baker was actually known in the lamp industry, the lamp lighting during the turn of the century, mid-1800s. That's Cornelius and Baker was one of the renowned names of lamp and lighting. During that time period, there's a lot of bronze and importings coming in from overseas, and they saw an area to where they could actually manufacture figures like this and make them out of zinc. And that's exactly what they did. They introduced themselves into the zinc figure baseline here in the U.S. These are American made, not European made, and they're made out of zinc. They're marked Cornelius and Baker on both bases, and they're actually in mint condition. Now, this is actually a very rare set. This is actually biblical characters, Isaac and Rebecca. And when you look in the Cornelius and Baker books, these don't even show in there. So these have the potentiality of being very, very rare. We've looked them up and we've done our research on them. Some characters of similar size and of similar that are recognized by Cornelius and Baker are selling anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a piece. These right here have all the right attributes, all the right markings, and all the right bases with no damage whatsoever. Could you imagine a 170-year-old figure right here in your hand? That's what's cool about it. Estimated value on these is going to be between $600 to $1,500 for the set. We have all the documentation that goes with it. We print off. We're going to give you the certification that comes with it that they are what they are. These are extremely rare and extremely nice. So the question I have for you is, what do you think they're worth? Let's go find out what you're willing to pay for at the auction.
332.
All right, guys, number 428. Number 428. Guys, these are Cornelius and Baker. They were actually made from the late 1700s to 1855 is when the company was used. They were mainly known for lighting, and they dabbled into the zinc and the figure industry. During that time, everybody did bronze. His company made zinc figures. They're all signed Cornelius and Baker on the bottom. Different story. They're actually we had them looked at, and these are actually figurines out of the Bible. Rebecca and Isaac. Rebecca and Isaac. Estimated value is $1,200 to $1,500 a piece. Rebecca and Isaac. Anyway, you're buying them for one money because we're selling them online. You can't do times the money online, so you're buying them for one money. Rebecca and Isaac. Cornelius and Baker. Old stuff. 1840s, 1830s.
Both for one money.
Both for one money.
Have a good time, pretty good time, pretty good 1,000, where? 750, 750, 750, 102, 192, yeah, take it. 192, asking for 2, now 2, now 3, now 2, now 3, now 3, now 3, 2, 3, now 4, now 4, now 4, now 4, now 5, 55, 55, 4, now 5, 400, now 5, and now 6, 6, 6, 5, now 6, 5, now 6, 600, 5, now 6, 5 and a quarter, now half, 5 and a quarter, I'm at 500, now 525, 500, now 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, I'm going to get 525, 525, 500, 5 and a quarter, last call.
Cornelius and Baker.
So, your way, 500,
951.
951.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to Braxton's Auctioneering today. I hope you've enjoyed it and you learned something. Hey, if you're in the Atlanta area, make sure you stop by and visit us at the corner of Highway 78 and Georgia 20 in Loganville. Our business hours are Monday through Saturday, so stop by and say hi. Hey, if you do have an estate, we purchase our items each and every day. We evaluate items here at our store each and every day. So just give us a call at the phone number below or the email address. Just shoot me an email, I'll respond. Hey, God bless, and you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you at the auction.
And now 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, again up top.